Hello, my name is Sapphire, although everybody calls me Sapphy. Even though I have a weird exotic name, I consider myself a regular, if slightly rich girl. And every girl dreams about the same two things, her wedding and her sweet 16 party, or quinceañera if you're a Latina. My family was pretty cool and normal, but life can change in an instant, and I wasn't the exception to this rule. Something had to happen to get me out of this bubble. I couldn't complain. I lived in a huge house, or you could say, I guess, a tiny mansion. I know how that sounds, but you should see the other ones in my neighborhood. I was really popular in school, and I had a ton of friends. I also had a great boyfriend, Johnny, who supported me through everything, no matter what. You could say that everything in my life was going perfect, until it wasn't. We were planning my quinceañera. I was super excited to celebrate with all of my friends and my family. My mom helped me find this big poofy dress to wear. We had it specially ordered from the garment district in LA, and it was perfect. My big day came and I was kind of nervous. I wanted everything to be top notch. My mom and I went to the salon at 9 a.m. and came back like hours later. When we arrived, all the decorations, the bar, the DJ, everything was ready for the party. I just needed to put on my big, beautiful dress and wait for the guests. People started arriving. I was about to go down and make my grand entrance when I felt something itchy on my back. Actually, a lot itchy. The dress had come from a legit dressmaker, and I figured that they had washed it and it was brand new and ready to go. Boy, were we wrong. It felt like something was crawling under my skin. I told my mom how I was feeling, and she said that it was just nerves. But I've never been nervous before. I tried to calm down and enjoy the party. People noticed I wasn't having a good time and started asking me what was wrong. I tried my best not to cause too much attention, even though it was my freaking party, and hello, this is the day that I deserved attention, right? I was just trying to keep everything cool and not draw any attention to the fact that I was so uncomfortable. And finally, it was time for my birthday cake. And I reached forward to make a wish and blow out my candles, and I heard my best friend Mia screaming. She looked horrified. She cried out and told me to look at my arms. I did. And at that moment, I screamed so loud, I wonder how the cops never came. I had been wearing a shawl before, but took it off so I didn't burn it with the candles. And everybody in that moment saw that I had a whole bunch of rashes all up and down my arms that looked like 100 insect bites. The first thought through my mind was I'm never going to be hot enough for Johnny again, which is, what any regular teenager with hormones would think. My parents did their best to calm me down and asked everyone to leave. The party was over. My birthday was ruined. The three of us went to the hospital to see what was wrong. When the doctor came, he told me that I had this thing called Morgellons disease. It's a condition where your skin gets infected and becomes so itchy that it makes you feel like bugs are crawling all over your body. Apparently, it could have been unleashed by the stress of the party. Or it could have been the freaking dress. Some of the symptoms were rashes and really bad itching, of which I had both. Thank God it's not anything that can kill you, but the sad part is that there's no cure. And now these rashes could come back at any moment. Can I even have a normal life with this? What if my wedding is also ruined by this? What if nobody wants to marry me now because I'm a freak? The doctor said the only treatment I could get was going to a physician, which could help to reduce and alleviate the symptoms but never make them disappear. I got really depressed after this. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I thought that there was no hope for me. But thank God I was wrong. After a couple crazy weeks of ignoring him, Johnny finally came by to visit me. He looked worried when he saw me. I had my arms all covered with bandages, my hair was practically falling out, and my eyes were still red from crying so much. He sat next to me and gave me a big hug. He said everything was going to be okay. I'm so grateful that he didn't just leave me because I was a freak. I started going to the doctor and hanging out with my friends more. My parents also gave me all the love and support I needed. When everything seemed to improve, Johnny proposed to me. I know we're too young to get married, but I didn't care, and neither did Johnny. He wants to be with me even with my condition. And now we're getting married in March. Spring is the perfect time to get married, and even though I have this terrible disease, hopefully it's not going to ruin this party. Have you guys ever heard of Morgellons disease? Let me know in the comments below.